Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching me from. I want us to discuss emotional intelligence. What is emotional intelligence? And why do we need emotional intelligence? We need emotional intelligence actually to lessen emotional imbalances, to lessen the personal conflict, to reduce conflicts with others who are around us, and to be able to live comfortably. And anybody who is able to know how to build those relationships, they have emotional intelligence. They have less emotional pains because life is about pain, and we must create we must create awareness on how to go about it. It's not an easy task, but it is doable. And we are not aware that we are lacking emotional intelligence until we find ourselves that we are having a lot of conflict with the people around us, from family level to social level to community level to national level. Not everybody who is intelligent academically or who is an intellect is having emotional intelligence, and therefore it is very, very important to build the intelligence within self, to build a relationship within self. And we'll only do this when we'll be able to understand our emotions, when we will be able to use our emotions and manage our emotions. This is the way to go for creating recognition of our emotions, at the same time recognizing the emotions of others, so that we can delay a negative action that may cause conflict. And therefore we'll be able to lessen the stress, and we'll be able to build along the way healthy communications without hurting others. And therefore I want us to understand that emotional intelligence is more important than intellect, because when you have that, you have a healthy mental status. You will not be influenced in any way that may cause you harm, that may cause me harm. And therefore let us look at what is expected of us when we want to know that we have emotional intelligence. Number one, it is very important to have self-awareness. Are you aware of your emotions? How well are you able to regulate your emotions? When I have self-awareness, when you have self-awareness, you know that, for example, you're short-tempered. You know, for example, you can do harm when you're pissed off. You know very well that you don't like talking to people when they piss you off. And all these actions, they are communicating something. They are communicating an emotion. And how harmful can that emotion be? How can it affect people within our environment? And therefore it is very, very important for everyone to understand how they express their emotions, recognize those emotions, and know how they can affect and hurt other people. Then from there, it's very important to be able to regulate your emotions. You know you're short-tempered, and you know you can cause a lot of harm with those short tempers. How can you regulate that short temper? How can you delay the impulse or the action as a result of a bad temper, as a result of being very annoyed? Because it is likely that anybody who kills or hurt another person because they were pissed off or because they were annoyed, it's a person who literally not able to regulate their emotions, not people who can delay the judgment, and not people who can do self-evaluation and understand that there are consequences that may have a long-term consequences that may cause a lot of problems to oneself and to the loved ones within your circles. And therefore it is very important to be able to regulate that, so that we can be able to build our self-esteem, at the same time to build our self-confidence. And being empathetic is when we find somebody in a situation, a painful situations, a situation that's uncomfortable, a situation that is warranting help, and yet when we don't put ourselves in the shoes of that person, we may not be able to intervene and assist that person to go through that pain. Because previously, as I repeat again, life is about pain. Life is about managing pain. And as we manage our individual pains, is it possible that you help that person through being empathetic, through putting yourself in their shoes, feeling for them, not feeling with them, walking a journey with them so that they can maneuver and manage what is putting them in an uncomfortable situation? And that is the key thing when we become empathetic, And then it is very important when you can only do this when we have an internal motivations. Are you motivated to assist other people? Are you motivated to mourn with other people? Are you motivated to be there for a person who is feeling uncomfortable because of one thing or the other? Are you motivated to chase your dreams? Are you motivated to help somebody who need just your word of comfort? Or you're just there like a dry stone that cannot help anyone, that cannot cause harm, or that cannot cause comfort? Reach out to the people because you are sympathetic. Give them a word of encouragement. Put yourself into their shoes and help them. Reflect on such situations if it happened to you. And then you'll be able to encourage somebody so that they can be able to develop skills to come out of that mess. And then from there we can have a personal skills, our social skills, understand that society, what is allowed by the society and what is not allowed by the society. How will you manage to build the relationships and manage them? How will you manage to build networks? Because you need to be in that societal setup that will help you to manage and build networks. When you build networks, you're able to reach out and someone else is able to reach out to you, so that we can be able to walk a journey, to be able to help somebody develop a healthy skill of assertiveness, of good communication, working with people who are feeling left out and encourage them and bringing them back to the track, because it's about life and living with people, helping people manage their emotions, helping people use their emotions in a healthy way, and helping people understand how important it is to bring forth a healthy emotional balance. And this will only come when we're able to manage ourselves, understanding ourselves, understanding the social norms, understanding the social beliefs, understanding the etiquettes from different societal setups. What belongs to this society could be okay to this society. Also being intercultural so that we can be able to understand another person from a different setup. And it is key to understand that and manage the socials. And then we'll be able to manage relationships. And when relationships are built, we lessen emotional pains and we increase emotional intelligence. Thank you as we manage our emotional intelligence, as we recognize our emotions. Recognize yours as I recognize mine. Thank you so very much.